Different is the fact that it incorporates haptics. Haptics is the science of touch, and what is different from any other design package is that when the cursor touches an object on the screen, you get force feedback, which means that not only do you see what you're doing, but you also feel it, because the cursor will touch the surface of an object and you will actually feel it as if it were the real object. Furthermore, you don't have to spend thousands of pounds on a CAD package, nor do you have to spend weeks learning how to use it and an hour's learning, and you're up and running with the most exciting creative design package in the world. What Trupti is showing here is our Cloud9 software and our 3D mouse, which enables her to be creative in 3D design. You can import existing 3D designs into this system and then start to deform it or morph it on screen. Alternatively, and this is what we will show you now, in our library we have various primitives which we will import and put on the screen. So Trupti has chosen a torus and a pyramid. Now, first of all, she is able to choose which color she wants those objects to be. So she is going to put the cursor inside our color palette box, and she can choose exactly what color each object is going to be. Now she's clicking on the icon Move, which enables her to move the object which she's chosen, which you can see by the box around it, around the screen, and you can merge separate objects to create a single object. She can also rotate them, and when she rotates the object you can see the underlying triangular structure of that geometric shape. She's now chosen the torus and moving that around in 3D. So you can choose exactly how you want the two objects to work together. She can mirror an object. So she is now going to mirror anywhere in 3D space the object that she's chosen. Having chosen it and having created a mirror, she is now going to choose that object by clicking on it and pressing the appropriate button on the mouse and move it around and bringing it also as part of the model. She can also scale it. In other words, having put it into position, she can choose how large she wants it to be in relation to the other objects. And for all of these operations, you can always choose each individual object, or you can choose them all at once and work with them together. So here we've now chosen all three, and we can scale them all together, make them larger or smaller. You are able to change the stiffness of the object by clicking on the Change Stiffness button, but that will only take effect when you press against an object with the cursor, which is what we will do now. So Trupti will click on the Deform button, and when she has done that, as the cursor presses against an object, you can see that it changes the shape of that object. If you click on the center button, as you do that, you save each change as you make it. The Change Stiffness button allows you to choose the stiffness of an object, so you can decide whether you want the object to be very stiff or very soft and fuzzy. As you can see, you can also get inside an object, and you can morph it from the inside by pulling it out. Another deformation function that we've got in this system is called Slice. So if you choose a particular object, in this case we've chosen that torus on the right, and click on Slice, you then can create a virtual knife, if you like, which shows you where you're going to split your object. Having done that, If Trupti now clicks on move and chooses part of that object, she will then separate it from the other part. You can rotate the object, and you can also rotate the whole world in which the object resides, so you can see what it looks like from the front or the back. You can have it sitting in a completely abstract world, or you can create a grid which will show you what it looks like against a background. You are also able to scale objects, which will give you an approximate size. But this is a creative design package. It is not like CAD, which is based on maths and engineering principles, so you are free to move objects any way you like within the space and to form a creative design. If two people tried to create exactly the same model with this system, they would not succeed because every design will be different. When you have created a design with which you're happy, you can then save it in different formats. The standard format for taking a file out of our package and using it for either machining or printing is called an STL file. And you save it in that file, and then you can take it and create a physical model. Another output file that is available with this system is called 3ds. So if you export in 3ds format, you can then export it into files like 3D Max, which enable you to use this as the starting point for an animation or an avatar. So with the system, it is not a structured output, but it gives you the opportunity to make organic shapes. You can now see a necklace which was designed in this system and then printed. To create an object like that, done in CAD, would probably have taken an experienced programmer a very long time. In the Chameleon, it was done within a couple of hours. You can now see a nest, which was also designed in this system. Very easy to design in the Chameleon. And again, this has been printed. Another object which was designed in this system is smoke. So this smoke coming out of a smokestack was designed to be attached to a steam train. And in this case, the model was not printed, but it was machined. And finally, this is a candlestick, which was designed in the Chameleon and then again printed.